Morning everybody, and we're back at Club Sunbury under the Dome for another final at Under 18 State Champions Week for 2025. We're up to the mixed pairs final. Apologies for bringing the opening ends of this one slightly late. Both skips still with a bowl to come. You can see the teams up on your screen. We've just seen Harry Coleman in action earlier in the triples, and he's added in what is probably a third shot here. KOBY's last bowl, event number 1. We'll stick with it and catch up as to who's playing and what's happening around the grounds. Sticking with a forehand draw, a clear road will go close here. Tackles and falls out. Indication of what it is, and it is a 3. That was a theme in the game earlier this morning. And Team ADDY and Harry Coleman, who we both saw in the early game in the triples, are in action here in the mixed pairs, and they're taking on REES, who's leading up for KOBY CROMIE. Moved the rink over half in this direction, so see if it plays any differently. I don't think it will have too much of an impact. In fact, all the rinks here are over a half as to what we saw earlier on. Other games next door is another final. It's the girls' pairs final. Mia O'Reilly and Ash Moffat taking on Gracie Italic and Mackenzie Parsons in a repeat of 2024's girls' pairs final. We'll see if the outcome is the same. Gracie and Mac are the champions last year. And then the 2 singles semi-finals in the under-13s event have also kicked off. We'll get all these games live scored for you, so you can jump on and check out updates regularly. And end number 2 here of 15, so all the team events 15 ends. Respot on the 6-foot mark should the jack move outside of the rink pegs on rink number 6. And in all the singles events, we'll see the singles finals later on this afternoon are all 1st to 21. Just having a look through the run for these guys in the knockout stages. This event started as a round of 64, where there was 1 game to get us down to the round of 32. So 33 teams down to the last 2 here. There's REES with a pretty fair response, just the 1 down at the moment. And looking through some of their results, so quarterfinal stages, Mayor and KOBY beating Mia O'Reilly and Cooper Sutton 17-9, and then in the semi-final on Tuesday afternoon, defeating Sarah Williams and Baden Pugs in 21 shots to 13. And around 16 for ADDY and Harry Coleman. Just got the win over Ruby Jackson and Hunter Wingfield, 16 shots to 14. In fact, that game went to an extra end. Backed it up with a quarterfinal win over Mackenzie Parsons, Charlie Boswood by 1 shot. And then the semi-final, getting the win over Chloe Sherger and Bailey Randall, 16 shots to 8. So ADDY and Harry Coleman have had to come through some tough games to get to the final. See how that holds them instead for this one. Pretty good lead bowling by both. ADDY holds 1. The crossover. Harry just a draw shot, his forehand, and just continues to build the head up. Still just the 1. just play the nice sort of arriving weight to sit the bowl out. They've got at least 1, maybe 2 seconds. In fact, it's probably a little bit more than I thought. It's run all the way into the ditch there. Chance varied it into the head. Too much danger with the right speed. Getting after it. Doesn't run the trip. Just a clear past the front will be enough. Even if it gets to the pack and falls the other way, was not making things any easier. Some hope here again. Play the same track. Nice away. It's going to change things up. Pops the jack out to the side. Gets a better look at it. Gap side of the side. Might be a couple down with that as well. You'd have to think changing over, draw the shot on the back end. They're holding a good 2 after picking up 3 on the opening end. It's a good start for them. So to move on from the disappointment of the triples result earlier in the morning fairly quickly. Drifting wide, but the good speed. So we'll see what KOBY comes up with here. 2 down, gaps either side on the draw. He's opening 2 bowls on his backhand, being a lefty, of course. Cobes, result, manages to find one of those gaps underneath the other side of the jack, and it's a good start. Team Deer Park, if you like. They pick up a 2, 5-0 after the opening 2 ends of 15 to be played in this mixed pairs final. And for the first time today, we have a guest commentator. I mean, not really a guest though, eh? JT's made his way down to check out proceedings. Morning, Josh.
Morning, Sam. Should be good. Big day of junior bowls here at Club Sunbury, our proud junior partner. And should be a good match. Obviously, a cracking start to ADDY Ryan and Harry Coleman so far, 5-0 after 2 ends. But I still think this will be a cracking game with the experience of Maya and KOBY. They'll get back into this, I reckon.
I have to imagine it'll be pretty close. We saw a pretty handy final earlier on. There's still 2 more finals to come this afternoon. The boys singles, followed by the girls singles final. Of course, as we mentioned, we'll see how we go. The girls pairs final was just kicked off. They've played a couple ends, so if we get to a point in the game we can shift the cameras over, we will do our best.
The standard so far in this match, Sam, has been fantastic. On the first end, ADDY played 3 great bowls, nailed the line. Maya was just around them, but still nailed the line, you know. So set up for some great lawn bowls so far.
As we've mentioned, if you tuned into the game earlier this morning and are just tuning in again, we're still playing on rink 6, although it has been shifted over half. A rink closer to where we're sitting. Based off the first game, there weren't too many tricks to it. Just throw it out, get out to the top of the line, and let the bowl do the work. Now, what are you down here for today?
Well,
a little bit of everything.
I think I said last week in the stream, I'm
what
a jack of all trades. So I think today, my capacity is as under 18 state selector. I've been involved with the under 18 state program now for at least 3 years. So the team manager, and along with obviously Jeff Reichel, who's our high performance coordinator, or looks after high performance at Vic. I look after the juniors in terms of a fair bit of the organisation, and obviously Key, our state junior coach in Matty Flapper, as well as our assistant coach Steph Priest, and obviously here to look at the talent for the day.
Matty and Steph both here as well, checking things out today. Who else is here? Raymond's in the house.
Yes, he's gone and got me a coffee.
Ah.
So no, it's good. I was fortunate enough 5 years ago.
Oh no, you haven't.
To be involved in the juniors, and I argue we had one of the greatest guys involved in terms of coaching, in a guy by the name of Bob Middleton, who, Hall of Fame member, life member, you name it. Great player himself, and he was our state junior coach. And when I was involved with the juniors, what I loved about it was that he was someone who had no emotional attachment to the side, e.g. he just wanted to be involved in it. He didn't have family members or anything like that. And I reckon that's a pretty good recipe for success, because we can't underestimate how lucky we're to have good families and parents involved in the program, and obviously getting kids to venues and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I've always been one that you want to make sure they're away from the selection side of things, and getting avoid a conflict and stuff like that. And hence, that's where I like to be involved. I have no emotional attachment to these kids. I just want to put back into the sport, and hopefully we can see some progress in our junior ranks.
Well said, Joshua. Not too much changing up on end 3 here. Addy Ryan's lead bowl remains the shot.
And I think we've got the same with Matty as state coach, someone who's no emotional attachment to anybody, but just invested in making these kids better.
They're in a good area here, just might be travelling a little. KOBY the second bowl here, and just sort of pinching the line. This side early just looks to be sort of holding off a little bit.
It is good.
KOBY has won this event before in 2023, teaming up with Emily Davies, and they've won it twice. So KOBY's going for his third mixed pairs title.
And this would be Harry and Addy's first mixed pairs title if they were successful. I love the rematch in the girls pairs next door.
It's just
and probably last year those four girls come out of nowhere to probably make the final. Now they've just gone another step and actually managed to hang on. Not hang on, that's the wrong words.
Well, no, they've both had a few close games to get here, but you would expect that. Like, you don't just dominate and walk into an under-18 pairs final. They both played some good bowls throughout. That's enough for a shot, is it?
It's got to be close.
Pretty much dead level. I'll tape on it to work it out. Mayer and KOBY yet to get on the board. They are now. Last bowl does enough. That's pretty fair bowl. They're on the board. 5-1 after 3. Mixed pairs final. 15 ends to be played.
Just looking at some of the former winners of this mixed pairs event. Obviously, it's one of the newer ones, being that it started in 2017, Sammy. But Kira Burke's gone on to do some big things since she's moved away and moved to Queensland. Liv Cartwright's obviously progressed into her senior lady state side, and obviously playing for our Australian under-25 side later in the year.
Cooper Weskin stalled. Apart from that,
he's your
teammate.
You know, Sophie Kurzman's in our lady state side at the moment. You know, so there's no doubt that this is a pathway to going on to bigger and bigger things if you want to make it in our sport. So distinct tactic change here, Sammy.
Yeah, we saw. I was actually impressed with the sort of the amount of times I've seen sort of these games before. Just stick at the same length the whole game.
Yeah,
like even if teams had finding it tricky, etc. It would have changed just about every end.
Yeah.
And there was a real distinct theme between Sammy Nemeth and Bailey Randall's team that ended up winning the game, going real close to sort of 21, but Matt top of the line, Jack top of the line, and obviously a few of these players are involved in that game earlier on. So, as we said, plenty of experience on the rink, so sort of expect to see that.
The right idea from Maya, looking to correct to the weight, and if she misses, she finishes to a good home. Great lead bowls there from Addie Ryan.
Come to expect, or for those who have been here in venue watching throughout the week, come to expect.
Cobe's close, gets a little bit of it, just thins it unfortunately.
It almost flicked it into a little spot where it would have been old Jack bowl. It still is, but the Jack resting on what is now the shot bowl. REES, see if Harry can add another one in. Some hope here. Get into a really annoying spot here as well. We'll draw that close, they are usually annoying. Play a nice sort of conversion, just sit the shot bowl.
I'd say similar weight to his last. Maybe a fraction more.
Chances again.
Oh, it's a good bowls.
Just a little slightly over, but they've got everything in the head and a couple pass down the line.
Bigger weight, Sammy. Not far away.
Wants the jack.
Well, he gets two out.
It's okay result. That's loud.
Yeah, I was wondering.
Oh,
I got startled by it.
I haven't heard that this week. I think this has done enough to be in for a second.
Yeah.
It's good bowls by the Deer Park crew. They pick up 2 and race out to a 7-1 lead after 4. Comwins coming in, JT support for both teams as per usual. Sean just asking JT, how'd you get the Sporting Globe last week?
I definitely got some wings on the Sunday after everybody
Purchased
left.
them?
I'm not telling anybody anything.
Oh, rightio. After everyone had left, yep, that sounds about right.
Yeah, great start from Addie Ryan. She's gained the ascendancy out of the 2 leads so far, and probably the big reason why they are leading 7-1 so far.
Just found it a little bit better, of course. I don't know whether having the game earlier this morning has helped in that. Moved across Rinks half, so still have some sort of idea on the speed. And as we said in the triples, they played everything pretty much between 21 and ditch to ditch. So no surprise, it's a fast start.
Great crowd in here too today, Sammy, around the greens. Like, most of the kids aren't playing today. We're obviously down to the last part of the under-13 singles and then nearly all finals from the rest of the day.
Yes.
But there's still just a stack of families and coaches and obviously the juniors themselves hanging around, watching, being involved in it. It's brilliant to watch and see.
Something we noted the first game was the noise, especially with the under-13 kids hanging around. They're all up and about. The title themselves, and there's Maya REES' best bowl of the game so far.
Great bowls there again by Addie Ryan.
Sure, just continues to build the head up.
I mean, good homes.
Yeah, that's what it is.
If there's any contact for Harry, it's going to her bowls. May's got to be trying to draw to those back bowls.
Coleman will cross over 1 down, but with a nice shot to play. What are you giggling at early?
Young Landon, just causing a ruckus.
Nothing unusual as to what I've seen this week. How are we going for our guest commentator watch? Didn't work too well the first game. We've somehow ended up with us two again.
No, I'm not hanging around
Surely
all
there's
match.
some individuals that are here that are worthy of commentary.
I'm going to make a couple of suggestions. Or I might make
off air?
Off air, yeah. Just so you don't lose your shit or something like that. Probably shouldn't even say that on the stream, surely.
Yes! Dump. That's fine. No, that's fine.
We need someone to help you out, Sammy.
Chances here.
Only has to touch touch, and he's getting them straight to Addie's bowls.
The jack, yeah. It's a good effort to miss the front and not actually hold to the shot bowl with that weight in the end. Mark Barlow's in for commentary, surely, says Reece Jeffs. I haven't seen Bungy much this week. That wouldn't be your vehicle, would it, Josh?
Koby's awfully close to getting to that bowl and flopping in. Good effort.
Helping a lot.
Actually, good own, because essentially if it does
a little touch off both, it could get split. Stuck there. Yep.
I think surely at some stage we can get the state coach in, the junior state coach. I don't think we'd get the other state coach in.
No, we don't want the state coach in, please.
He generally goes hiding. Maybe even both of them.
Never really looked like getting out in time to change anything up, so
I'd be very careful about the way I'd approach this last shot.
Pretty defensive draw on the forehand, maybe.
I think he's forehand, being that he's a lefty. Just only getting down to centre line if he is. It's that safe line, Sammy. They'll hold on to one, and they'll now trail 2-7 after 5 ends. Third of the way through the match.
These games have been flying along most of the week, JT. We've been able to keep that a schedule pretty nicely. Mind you, the kids out there playing aren't too fussed if we keep the days moving. They're always keen to get on and get cracking with things. A couple other scores across the rinks. As we said, you can see just to the left of screen the girls' pairs final score. Oh, sorry, let's fix the score up on the stream ring first, my bad. The score in the girls' pairs final, it's a 4-3 lead after 4 ends to Team Moffat and O'Reilly. Bobby Carlson over there paddling for that final as well as live scoring. That's pretty good. And in the under-13 singles semi-finals, Arizona High, Herbie Clark, 3 apiece. He's the first to 21. In the other semi-final, Tom Baldwin leading Ash Busby 9 shots to 6. So young Ollie McInnes from Kyabram early. Do you have any idea how old he is?
I know the family reasonably well.
Definitely under 13.
Oh, yeah, well, obviously. What I was about to say is he may be older than what he appears because the family, probably a bit like me, vertically challenged, you know. But he's still definitely under 13 and he goes quite good. Young Herbie Clark. I know his granddad. His granddad's name is Owen Clark, who plays in Ocean Grove's top side and he was playing second for Tyson CROMIE in that Stakes Falls rink that made 2 finals 2 years in a row. Right. Former Murray Downs bowler.
Good. This is why we bring you on.
I've got a head full of
that makes
the word
me like
that
him even more. Yep.
I've got a head full of that word I said earlier.
Really? Yes.
Which I shouldn't have said. I do apologise to everyone out there.
How old are you if you're born in 2015 these days?
9? No.
10?
Your maths is terrible.
What year is it?
It's 2025. It's 10.
25. I thought it was 2024 for half sec. Shot on top of the lead battle.
Yeah. Definitely the difference.
Back to the line. Well played.
Oh, I didn't realise they put the bowls on the big screen above us.
Yeah, in case you just can't look across straight in front of you and see the little monitor we have, you can turn around and see it on the large screen. It's on the big screen up in the concourse as well, JT.
The big screen, they're delayed, as in it's what the Facebook
sense. That would make
seeing,
sense,
you
yes.
know. Harry's awfully close here. A little bit of jack.
The jack the other way. If he held on and got caught up in the bowl, would have followed through to a good spot.
KOBY's first one was a cracker. Got it back to 1 down at worst. Not far away again, Sammy.
Just to hurry, any contact might do enough.
Another one roundabouts is also very good. And Harry's played 2 bowls now that are either side of what he wanted to connect. He's been awfully close. All right, forces Kobe to switch hands. Based on that switch, I'd figure they're holding. Probably didn't go back far enough is what he'd like, or a fraction higher than he wanted.
Draw shot sort of beating Harry's one out to the right-hand side, splits everything up. Good.
So that hand's a little bit narrower than the other side. What are the options here for Harry, do you think, Sam?
I'm just thinking the ultimate result is he gets enough jack movement to make 2 or 3 or maybe even 4 if he gets it to the right spot.
I reckon it's a yard away. He can get to Kobe's screw off and then gets it around the corner and you got Addy, Harry.
I think he'd be pretty unlucky to go more than 1 down.
Yeah, I can't see him going any more than 1 down, which is probably all he is at the moment. All right, let's have a look. It's a matter of getting down now, Sammy.
Is this too quick?
I think it is. Probably just overplayed it as fractioned. Another one. Slowly, but that's all you need to do at this stage.
Maybe Savann's left. We're through 6 of 15 in the mixed pairs final for 2025. 7 shots to 3. And JT, can you tell me who's got the mat on the rink next door? Team Green, so it was a 3 in the way of Mia and Ash, which means they now lead. I reckon that was a 3, now 7 shots to 3 in the girls' pairs final.
That's your responsibility, Sam, but yes. Is Bobby scoring that match for us?
Bobby is love scoring as well as paddling, and Scott Cassidy is doing the same on our stream rink. Thanks to all the ITOs and all the markers from Club Sunbury who have helped out obviously over the weekend and then today as well. Some singles games on finals day.
Starter there, yep.
Pretty good area again here. It's just 3 good lead bowls. Just to run the trip. All in the game. If it's rotating quick enough in time to change anything.
Definitely the best end for Maya so far. If Kobe can come down and really capitalise with his first, put a lot of pressure on the opposition. for those watching at home or wherever you are, if you want to check the scores out, they are all being live scored on Bowls Link. And still a good shot on here for Harry. Needs to be
played to be possible.
Just to get there and get underneath the first white bowl of maize, and you're any chance of getting a result. Just his weight hurting there.
Yeah, last couple of bowls have ended up pulling out not far away, but especially as you said, JT, when there's a chance to be positive and into the head. Forward to arrive. KOBY might have got to it first here.
He's not going to get to the jack, but he's definitely going to count.
So at least 3.
Hasn't closed the head down yet, though. All right, how's Harry looking? It's on the high side, I reckon, Sammy. Jeez, it come late, though, didn't it? What would I know?
No, well, I was nearly with you for a sec, but there's a few did the same in the first game. They were really hooping late, and out of all 6 plays in the first game, I reckon Harry was getting the most turn on the draw as well.
There you
can
go.
See the angle that bowl's finished off at.
I watched that game from afar, so I couldn't tell you what bowls were doing and all the rest of it. But very good. The key thing is the weight was incredible. KOBY looking just arrive. He can actually sort of flick that bowl out of the head, can get to his own, move the jack. Well, I'm not going to say it's too wide based off the last one.
Have to be some hope here. Plenty of angles to work with. And
well, it's got to be good enough.
One, it's enough for one, even if it was to clip the jack on the way through.
I actually thought he was going to get a bit of it, yeah.
He's done well to sort of through the front and not make any contact.
But based off watching Harry's that previous bowl, I thought he was always a chance of doing that. Harry has to play something similar. His bowling has to come over once and it's shot. He's not as high as his last.
Yeah, the last one drifted a long way. He's only got dead draw away. If that.
2.
There you go.
Back in the game. 7-5, played 7 ends. Not quite halfway, Sammy.
Yeah, not quite. The last 3 into the games, just doing 1s and 2s at the moment, which is all okay. KOBY suggested, made a change hand, stuck with it, and just navigated the front fairly well. Top scores in then the under 13s. Tom Baldwin from Ballarat North out to a 16-6 lead. This is for a spot in the final to be played after lunch. And Arizona from Altona Sports 7-4 in a tight and low scoring game. A lot of ones. That's over Herbie Clark from Ocean Grove. And this is, I was going to say getting down in time. It's called the outside of it. Turned it in, but still holding one.
On the tighter side, Addy is here. And on the shorter side, too. Well, I thought it was a tie, it's just always short, unfortunately.
Feeling good for next week, son? Up and about?
It's just another day, game of bowls, Sam.
That's the spirit. More events, more live streaming. Never too far away for the first time the state para champs will be live streamed this time next week out at Kangaroo Flat Bowling Club in Bendigo. Keep an eye across socials. I'm sure I'll have a schedule out sometime early in the week.
Harry's only just over. Both know their line on that hand this way, so it'll be first on here. Will be gain the advantage. Neither skipper really found it yet. All right, Toby Cromie's last descent semi. Find the happy medium.
Just over.
Harry's got the right speed here. He's just got to hang with the line.
Won't do enough, and so it's another end in the way of Mayor Rees and
how many ends in a row is that now? Is that
CROMIE? I can't see that
before?
Four, so they've gone 1-1, 2-1, and after 8 ends, the margin is back to a shot.
Definitely compensate the larger scores they dropped early on.
All right, opening end number 9 here, 15 to be played. As we said, margin back to 1. They've picked up the last 5 shots of the game as Team REES and CROMIE. This is pretty nicely played as well. Just needs to navigate either side. And he gets a turn on the road and falls back down. 1, maybe 2. Mate, with everything past, you can just back it off a fraction here and nail one with a third bowl at the end. Not a mile away here. Just unders for line, hangs around in time, close for the shot. No change over the crossover, so chance for either skip to 1 or 2 on the draw here and put a little bit of pressure on. 1 red. It's amazing. REES' last bowl at the end is the shot for now. Shot ball coming in, almost got a little touch of the jack down the line. Still hangs around for one more, that'll be close for 2. Harry's sticking with the backhand. I thought he might have jumped over and go the open hand. I thought he would play the open hand here, JT, on the forehand, follow the last one down. Oh, I'm about to be made look very silly here.
Oh, the way that hand's turning late.
That through back.
It's like a Dunlop.
Yes.
Might see some weight here.
Call this searching for it.
He's awfully close, Sammy.
Probably
He might get the bowl clean.
Just wants the bowl.
Oh, fantastic bowl.
How's the weight?
To hang
Just
around
stay
for shot.
around for these shot. Harry still sticking with this backhand, asking for it to work. Chances with a clear run.
Well, it swung late last time. Look at that.
Where's the replay button at?
Fantastic bowls. He's got to be a bit careful now because the tee is 2 down for KOBY and Maya right now. We're better off playing that just arriving on his backhand. Little jack movement's not bad. Little jack movement's awesome. Or sitting the shot bowl.
Could nearly make a maximum count if he was able to move the jack down the line. Lining up backhand.
Close.
JT.
It's awfully close. Bit of it. Oh, he did enough.
Oh,
what a bowl.
Shot. Skip's going back and forth. Yeah, he's got his hands on his head. It's a good result still. They've made 4.
I wouldn't be unhappy about that because
wouldn't.
Even if he
JT.
gusses it, he's still going to have
close.
1 or 2. And probably bit of it. The little flick is
Oh,
even
he
better.
did enough.
Oh. What
It's a little touch, and as you can see there on that forehand side, has left a gap to go through if Harry changes over and follows the last one down. We played 2 really good shots on the backhand. Looks to be changing over here. Last bowl the end. All of a sudden, misses this. Matt and KOBY are going to hit the front.
All right.
How's it looking?
I don't think he's there. There's 4 out.
Well, at least 4. I tell you what, he might have got it far enough to make another one. Other way, it'll be a number, and we'll hit the lead for the first time in the mixed pairs final. Good opportunity for me to jump out. And guest commentator time. About time we found someone.
And we have had a bit of an interchange here in the commentary, as I am joined by the one and only Mark Casey. Welcome, Case.
Thanks, Joshy. Fantastic game here at Sunbury. A little bit of KOBY CROMIE magic in the last few ends has sort of swung the game in their favour, though. It was ADDY Ryan up front early was dominating.
Yep.
But yeah, a couple of big bowls there from KOBY was fantastic end.
And probably Mayer's jumped on the last 2 or 3 ends to give him a bit of hand, put bowls in spots that he can also use as well too.
Yeah, absolutely. Just over the halfway mark. Still plenty to go.
So the score is 10-7. They've hit the front for the first time in this match. Now, obviously, I got you in for a number of different reasons, Case. 1, you're a former junior yourself and come through the junior program here in Vic. 2, your current role at Deer Park and obviously having the junior academy and some of the players here involved. What's your assessment of the junior talent here in Victoria at the moment?
Oh, Josh, I think it's fantastic, to be honest. I've been watching the last couple of years here at Sunbury, and I think what we've seen this year, there's been big improvement across the board at all age levels. Under 13s, I think the entries were close to double. And I think there's a number of players that sort of have risen over the last 12 months in the under 18 level as well. So boys and girls, definitely a lot of talent around. And I guess KOBY is probably leads the pack, doesn't he? He's probably the standout. But after that, there's it's quite a level playing field, I feel.
Yeah, well, I'm lucky enough to be an under-18 state selector at the moment. One of the things I was saying to people last year, particularly with the boys, it was a hard gig because of the talent and the depth we had. It was so hard narrowing it down to 12, then to 8, then to 5 for nationals last year, you know. So I don't think that's changed. Obviously, KOBY's aged out now. This will be his last junior championships and unavailable for nationals. But as you said, from 12 months ago, there are 3, 4, 5, 6 other boys that are coming through now. They're going, hey, I'm ready to go now too.
Yeah, and that's obviously great for our state. We want as many young boys and girls pushing each other. And I'm sure there'll be a lot of juniors in Victoria quite happy that KOBY's advances through to the next level of his career.
He's had a fantastic 12 months, even from, as he draws a shot there again, open level. I saw him at region sides there back in January. He skipped the Murray side for the first time and he was fantastic, didn't lose a game for the weekend. And then even at State Champs Week there last week, made it all the way through to the final. And probably, not stiff is probably the wrong word, but come up against a red-hot Mike Pearce in that final, who probably won the match for the Mornington Peninsula boys in that triples final. Good bowl there by Harry.
Yeah, there's no doubt. He's got all the shots. He's been a really good player for a long time, but I think you're right. The last sort of, I think 2 years, he's risen above the pack, and look forward to seeing what he can do in the open ranks years to come.
And so the Deer Park Junior Academy, yourself and Chris Green sort of head that up. Give us a little bit of background, where'd it come from, plans going forward, that type of stuff, just in terms of junior development.
Yeah, it was one area of our club that we probably lacked over over the last few years, the junior level. Just watch this bowl here from Harry.
Close. Yeah, good shot. Did he?
Close for shot.
Yeah.
So made contact. So yeah, it was one level that we really wanted to work on as a club, and just came up with an idea. We certainly wanted to, if we were going to do something, as we normally do, we want to do it really well. So we put a lot of time and effort into sort of setting it up properly, and it's an academy that we don't want to, you know, we don't want to grow to have too many kids. We want to keep it nice and tight, and just it allows us to spend more time, more quality time with each individual. So at the moment we've got 6 young kids, 3 boys, 3 girls, and potentially another, like a few more coming in. So it's fantastic for our club, but it's also it's good for the sport in general. Like we're just trying to get these kids to a level that we know they can get to as early as we possibly can. And I think Harry and Addie, their last 12 months, as well as Bailey Randall, has been exceptional. So we're delighted with the way they're going. They're all great kids. That's the best thing. They're great to work with and prepared to listen. So Harry's drawn the shot.
He has. Stops a run of 5 ends in a row, and Harry and Addie now trail 8-10. And we've played. That can't be right. It's got 11 there.
It's 10 ends, I think.
10 ends.
Yeah, certainly needed that one, Harry. That'll do his confidence world of good. We saw when they dropped the 4, he would have been disappointed with his last one just falling short. But I like the weight he chose with his second bowl in that end. Changing the head up. Made good contact.
I've seen the mistake Sam made, Case. He's basically put in a non-scoring end here, and it's thrown the ends out.
So it's his fault.
Oh, it's always his fault.
So let's see if Addie can get back on the jack here. Her first 5 or 6 ends, I don't think she put a bad bowl down. It's all in the right areas, and we've just probably seen the difference just falling a little bit short here the last few ends. One thing that we're sort of focused on as an academy is long ends. We spend a lot of time focusing on these long ends. We just feel across the board, if you can master them, I personally think you're halfway there.
Well, if you look at, say, a lot of international open bowls, long end seems to be an end that's played a lot, and then it's even more, I guess, enhanced at junior level where they don't even play it at all, or don't try to. So you're probably coming on with a good theory there. I know myself as coming through a junior case, I hated long ends, I was no good at them at all, so I was very vulnerable early days, so it's actually not a bad tactic to instill into your team.
Yeah, you certainly see that most players just play that standard 3/4 length, and everyone seems to be able to play that length. That's the problem. So long ends, we just feel you don't have to be all over the jack. You just only got to beat your opposition and put plenty of time in. Generally, our kids are pretty good at it.
And your own junior career, I guess, Case, coming through the ranks here, and obviously then you're progressing to playing for Australia and Commonwealth Games, gold medalist, world champion. Who are some of the role models and people who helped shape you coming through the ranks?
Yeah, obviously starting in Victoria. Some of the people were Bryce Stewart. He was, as well as my dad. They were the 2 coaches that I had growing up, and I was lucky enough to play a lot of bowls with Mark Jacobson back then. He was one of the best going around. So I learned a lot off them, and then Mum and Dad chose to go to Queensland when I was 15. As well as my dad, they were the 2 coaches, but it was probably the best thing we ever did. And I got to play alongside Kelvin. He
growing
sort of took
up
me under his wing. Him and Rob Perella played a massive part of my career in the early stages. So fair to say I had great mentors and role models, you know, from the age of 12 all the way through to, you know, early 20s. There was some of the best players going around and really good people. And that's the thing that we're sort of trying to do now is to make sure that these kids are coming through their careers and years the right way, on and off the green. That's really important, I think, these days. It's okay to be playing well, but you've also got to be a good person with it. So
I think also teaching them things about learning to lose the right way and as well as winning the right way are big ticks, I think, looking from the outside as well. So
yeah, and that's another thing. We've got a mentor that we bring in, Alison Smith, every couple of months, and she talks to the kids about those types of things. If you can, it's okay to pull the plans in place, but if for some reason if they don't quite come off, you know, how you're going to react and all that sort of stuff. Just be prepared for what's next. As we see KOBY again, it's another great bowl. You might see a bit of weight here.
yeah, I think you might be right.
Yeah, quite surprised. Just trying to draw it. Only got a couple inches to draw the shot. Quite difficult.
Harry's had a great season. He led all year in your Premier Division side. As he comes down here, and if he went probably another quarter of an inch to the left, then he would have flopped in for shot.
Yeah, he has, Josh. He played every game in Premier, as you said, and he got the chance to play with a few different skippers. I had him at the start of the year, and he was just simply outstanding. His first 4 or 5 games were, as a lead, was brilliant. And then we wanted to give him a chance with Lee Strainer, just as a different type of skipper than me. And as we've done with a number of juniors that we've had over the years. So I think everyone probably tuning in probably saw his grand final where Harry was probably the best bowler on the green, to be honest. So he can certainly loves the live stream, so he doesn't feel the pressure, which is a great sign for someone so young. And, you know, we've got to remember he's still young. Like, he's been around a long time.
It's probably the thing I get a bit of happiness about is that obviously, you know, KOBY is one of the ones we mentioned that's sort of aged out this year, but we've got a stack of kids that are only no older than 15 or 16 at this stage, so we're still going to have them for another 2, 3, 4 years. You know, Charlie Boswood's only still young. Jacob Brighton's still pretty young. You know, Jacob Cartwright's still young. So, yeah, we're quite blessed at this stage. I'm only talking, obviously, the boys specifically there, you know, but, you know, we're very lucky that we've got a depth of junior boys come through the ranks.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the thing. They're all in a bit of a hurry. Which is fair enough. Like, it's not a bad thing.
No.
So it's another one there for KOBY.
And Mayer. So score
11,
is
10?
11,
11-8, sorry.
And we've played 11.
And Harry was, you know, probably he missed out on a couple of little things last year. And I think that's probably, in hindsight, taught him, you know, just to keep plugging away, keep doing the work, which he has. And I think it's played a big part. His last 12 months have been fantastic. So
shown massive resilience from what he would say is a setback, and he has gone gangbusters since then.
Yeah, absolutely.
So in all your experience, mate, you know, I'll put you in the shoes of Addy and Harry at this stage, being that you're all there a coach. They're 8-11 down. There's 4 ends of play. What are they doing differently, or is there something you would apply in this situation?
No, I think it's what I generally just tell them, that just take a little bit more time when things aren't going that smoothly. Just take a little bit more time on the mat. And it's only 1 or 2 bowls here and there that'll just change it back in our favour. So the limit and the bad one. The short ones are probably the ones that are hurting our guys at the moment. Of course, it's easier said than done, but 3 bowl pairs, you sort of got to at least get 1 bowl past the jack, and then if you can get a couple around it, gives your skip a really good chance to do the rest. So she'd be looking for about, what, 4 feet of weight.
Yeah,
Well
great
played.
correction. Fantastic. That hand gets a bit of late turn
What a
too.
shot. Talking about sort of mental toughness, I don't think there's a junior that I've seen probably as tough as Addie Ryan, to be honest. I've had a lot to do with her over the last sort of 15 months. We've gone away together on, you know, a few trips, Golden Nugget, Junior Golden Nugget. And we just love what she does, particularly in singles. She's just a real fighter.
Yep.
And it's a really good quality as a junior coming through the ranks. You've got that quality.
Call it a steely resolve.
Yeah.
Just give you some scores from around the greens. In the under 13 singles, Herbie Clark from Ocean Grove is leading Ara Zagib from Altona Sports 10-8, and Tommy Baldwin 20 leading Ash Busby 12. So he needs 1 to go out. Young Tommy from Ballarat North. And in the girls pairs final, Ashley Moffat and Mia O'Reilly 9, leading Gracie Retallick, Mackenzie Parsons 5 after 9 ends. They are repeat finalists from last year, Mark. Last year, Gracie and Mackenzie won it, and at this stage, Mia and Ash are trying to enact revenge. As KOBY plays a great bowl.
He's played a number. The second half of the game, he's obviously drawn a lot of shots, but a couple of those conversion shots have really not only got him back in the game, but given him a lead. It's the class of KOBY, though, isn't it? He's got all the shots in the book. So a big bowl here for Harry. At least 3 down, possibly 4. So
Little firmer.
looks like he's
Looking just to try and draw around.
drawing around that bowl, as we saw from Addie.
Can do it.
Turn late, but
That'll probably nearly get back down to the line with the jack, so I will turn that far. It's just a matter of whether that's his option he takes the next.
as you say, like big weight, you can probably nearly get the 3 of those bowls.
And they're both his bowls on the run in, which you just never know if you hit at the right angle.
That's right.
Could do some damage. I reckon KOBY looking to try and draw something that's just off the centre, like a bit wide, but still counting. If not just passing.
So that's his bowl. That'll be enough for a counter.
Just hung on him a little bit, that bowl. Are you running it?
Well, he probably can't now. He's 4 down, so even if he does take those 3, he's probably going to drop another one. You know, the score, the way it is, 11-8. He probably needs to draw the shot, which is not going to be easy. So draw shot.
It's all down to speed. Doesn't look far away.
Yeah, just needs to run and turn.
Wow,
Oh,
what a shot. That is a fantastic shot under pressure.
That's huge.
So 11-9 in favour of Mayo and KOBY after 12 ends. 3 ends to go.
And that's a great thing about Harry. He doesn't seem to get flustered in those big moments, particularly on a TV rink. We've seen all year on, during the Premier Division games that we were on live stream, he was probably one of the better performed players each game. So,
well, I definitely tuned in when those matches were on, and I was, really impressed with him.
Yeah, absolutely.
As a couple of people have noted, that was a great bowl, and it's probably a game saver because if he misses, it's probably getting a bit hard.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, absolutely.
I like that they've gone, had a little chat, Addy and Harry. Thought about a plan they're going to tackle here.
So, short end, but probably a little bit longer than what they were looking for. But I feel like it's got to be Addy here. Just getting back on top on that leads roll.
Got Vinny McElwain in the comments saying Harry loves TV. His grand final was elite. I think Harry give Vinny a hiding, wasn't it?
Well, Vinny, I don't think he played bad from what I saw either.
I just like giving it to Vinny.
He had a good year himself, but yeah, Harry, I don't know if anyone could beat him on that particular night.
Great starter there from Maya.
Her second half has been very good as well.
Absolutely.
They're probably only, 1 or 2 ends away. We're not 7-1 early. If we had scored another couple, it would have been pretty hard for the Maya and KOBY to come back, but as we're seeing again, it's good leading.
Very good leading.
Best of mates too, Maya and Addy.
Yeah, very good friends.
Can't be easy playing against each other.
I think in general, most of the juniors get along pretty well. It's a good community.
It's a good shot here.
Yeah, fantastic reply.
It's going to be a big day for Addy. I think she played obviously this morning. In
girls single semi next.
Girls semi, yeah.
Yeah, and then if she happens to be successful there, she'll be playing a girls final later on this afternoon. So she could be playing 4 games. It's funny though. Myself at 43, thinking about 44 games in a day, and I'm going, oh, I don't know if I can do that. Yeah. But these kids just go rattle through it flat out. They never whinge, they never cry. They just keep, and they get ahead of schedule.
They love it, don't they?
Yeah.
To be honest, yeah. And the thing with Addy, she's actually got a quite serious hip injury at the moment. She doesn't sort of let it worry her. She's quite a good netball player.
Yes.
So she plays competitive netball.
Her mum calls it attitude.
Yeah. Yeah, for a young girl, she's open grade netball. So you can imagine the contact there. Probably not doing a hip the world of good, but
good bowl there by Harry. So the head's shaping up nicely for Addy and Harry at the moment. Obviously, they've got the shot and they've got probably their best 2 back bowls positioned at this stage. There's no doubt KOBY's probably going to be arriving in some capacity. And maybe it's a 2 or 3 bowl play here at the moment for them.
And what we've seen from KOBY when he's been converting, he's had sort of a jack bowl target, whereas now, you know, Addy was right in front of the jack, so certainly not easy to get out of.
Well, short. It probably fattens that ahead. That probably
Yeah.
gives him options with the next one. What do you reckon? Right around the back?
I
To
think
me-
they're going to try and draw another one, but if he does get past, it sort of gives all the bowls in the Deer Park favour if they get past, which he... it's not bad. It's quite a good home there. It's not easy to get the bowl off clean, so just drawing here from CROMIE.
I thought maybe there's a chance he'd play weight, get it out the back, and then obviously one go at drawing.
Yeah, if he was going to do it, he had to do it then, didn't he? So, well, he did get past, so probably plan B there.
I think there's every chance he doesn't have to play it huge either, does he?
Well, he has got the backers bowl
Yeah.
now, so
Plays sort of that yard, 2 yards away, and it should spring all the way back to his backers bowl. He's got 2 seconds, so again, there's no danger. If he peels one out, that's not dangerous for him or any worse off.
yeah, I actually think he'll play probably more weight. If he can get, you know, Myers side one, he can get it off clean, get the jack all the way through. As long as Addy's bowl does go off the rink, he'll get shot. Pretty firm weight backhand.
Not far away. Oh,
Wow, that
probably
was unlucky.
it's a very unlucky result. 2. It's definitely 1 to Addy and Harry.
Could be
I think it's 2.
3.
3.
Wow.
He's very unlucky there.
People could say, you know, probably shouldn't have played that weight, but geez, we couldn't have,
That was
didn't really see that happening.
All right, so the lead changed again. We are 12-11 in favour of Addy and Harry, and we are 2 ends of play.
Against the tide there, really. Maya had a really good head set up, but it was Addy's bowl right in front of the jack. Didn't make it easy. Sometimes to win these big finals, you need that little bit of luck. So
Based on who was playing in this final, I just always had a feeling to be going down to the wire anyway.
yeah, like Addy and Harry, I think they're just a great combination. They won our the junior pairs tournament at Deer Park last year against a red hot field. Obviously play together on a academy each week, so they know each other's game. And any side against KOBY in these junior championships, you're up against it. So can she get around it? Oh,
Speed was good.
yeah. So Addy changing hands. We haven't really seen many bowls go down on the commentary side, particularly going this direction.
Looks close though. Great correction.
It's a great changeover.
Right, give you some scores from across the green. So that girls pairs final has tightened right up. It is 9 apiece after 11 ends. So Gracie Retallick and Mackenzie Parsons playing Ash Moffat and Mia O'Reilly. And then the under 13 singles, which is open. That game between Tommy Baldwin and Ash Busby's tightened up. Tommy was 20-12 up. Now he's leading 20-16. So Ash is fighting, hanging around. And then Herbie Clark from Ocean Grove is leading 15-8 over Arazogabe.
It's a great end here from ADDY Ryan. After a short one of her first, she's changed hands, drawn 2 within less than a foot. It's a good effort. It's going to be a good spot there.
Reece Jeff's on the chat. He wants to know, is that the best lawn bowl in Australia on commentary? Is he talking about you or me?
It's got to be you.
If it was the best 3-fingered lawn bowler, I reckon I'd have that title.
Old Sharky.
All right. Advantage, Addie and Harry at this end so far.
Still feel there's a big moment left in this game, isn't there? Only a couple ends to go, but
I think with KOBY's first, he'd be looking just to try and get one close, have something to build upon.
so you're right, forehand. Just looking to draw the shot. Just seems if you got a little bit over the weight, just doesn't quite get back at all. So Harry doesn't really want to be setting too much up here.
Yeah, nothing Jack Eye the other side.
It's probably pretty good. You'd expect KOBY to make a correction here. Just see the ball.
It's just hanging a fraction.
Yeah. Harry would love to draw a third shot here.
He's out there as well too. Do you think KOBY might look to play a runner on the back end?
I think he has to. He wouldn't have much confidence in the draw shot there on the forehand now. So
could get both. Could get the jack.
Yep.
Close. Nearly got the jack on the nose. Oh. That's stiffer than probably the last result.
Wow. He guts the jack.
Yeah, it was like, looked like it was going all the way to the pit.
He was definitely getting one.
So, as we head into the last end, 13-11 in favour of ADDY Ryan and Harry Coleman over Maya REES, KOBY CROMIE. Question for you as we start the last end. Kaz Rhodes, who is the grandmother of young Ollie Marin, 7-year-old, super keen on bowls. What sort of things do you suggest in terms of him training and practicing?
Yeah, good question.
Because you probably started that young.
Yeah, I did. I think the big thing is a lot of juniors, a lot of clubs have several coaches, and I think just find yourself a really good coach that you can, you trust, but who has got the knowledge and sort of been around the traps a long time. And as soon as you've got a good one, try and stick with them, to be honest. And always listen. There's obviously a number of kids in any sport. I've got 2 at home that they probably think they know everything really early in life, and obviously they don't. So just prepare to listen and trust that you know, the people are they're there to help you. That's probably the big thing. That's the thing that we're trying to install into our academy members, that, you know, everything that we're doing is to try and help. So, you know, sometimes we can be a little bit hard on them, but it's only to push them to be better. So,
No, good call.
And practice makes perfect, doesn't it? That's
I
as
think
long as you're practicing the right methods and the right way. I think that's.
And I think the last thing I'll add is, as a 7-year-old, just make sure he's enjoying himself. You know?
Absolutely, yeah.
The last thing you'll do is make it too strenuous or too strict or regime-like. Just let them enjoy themselves. If they love the game, they'll want to go out there naturally anyway and put bowls down.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're big on making sure the kids, you know, are not getting burnt out either. Like, we like to give them some breaks, even though that's against their wishes sometimes. But you can't be playing 7 days a week all year round. So,
right, we better get back to the action. It is the last end. Maya and KOBY need 2. Maya's currently got 1, and her last bowl as they cross over here. Another one here would be great for them.
it's not bad.
Speed is good.
Just turning underneath. Once it turned, it sort of whipped away, didn't it?
Yep, does
Beautiful
finish
weight
late on that side. All right, still chances. Anyone's game still, but Addie and Harry still in the box seat, 2 in front, playing the last end.
We've seen Harry play a number of really big draw shots on that wider side.
I got one wrong earlier before you jumped into the commentary. You let it go. I said, oh, that's wide. And it whipped in hard, yeah. So he knows what that hand's doing.
So his weight looks pretty good to me. Just needs to hold around, which he has. That's a great shot there from Harry.
Yes, very good. With Cobes first, I think he's obviously going to try and get 1 roundabouts. 2 at a minimum forces an extra end in this final.
Yeah, he'll give it a little bit of a chance too. Just another second would be great, but still a chance there just to get to the bowl, a little touch of the jack. Just on the wide line. Best back, so
Yeah, gives another option.
it's not bad. Pretty good again here, Harry.
Yeah, 2 fantastic bowls this end.
Yeah, certainly got a lot of confidence on that side. We see probably 90% of the bowls on that wider side. And all 4 players have been playing quite well. Jeez, this looks like a hard shot.
Yeah, I agree. I actually would have played the same.
He doesn't like it. Well, he gets in for another
Yeah.
third.
Yeah. Could be an option still.
That was certainly plan B. You know, now he's just, you know, plays weight, removes the 2 bowls, or gets the jack. He gets 2.
Yep.
So
Yeah, if we're looking at the head at the moment, if KOBY happened to run at the shot bowl on the jack side, he would probably get both bowls out and have 2. If you happen to get jack down the line, this is where Harry and Addie have to talk through the situation and try and find the best spot to cover.
hope they don't ask me what to do, mate. You're in a bit of a catch-22, isn't it? Like,
yep.
You can draw another one.
And don't cover the back. Or
That's
you
right.
cover the back and expose the 2 bowls.
Yeah. So it looks like, yeah, getting the ball around the back is probably the percentage shot here. There is a slight chance if the jack stays in to the corner, KOBY could make 3 for the win. So a ball anywhere where young ADDY is standing.
It's out in that line. It's probably the only thing is that sticky side. Does he get back down still?
Still should turn in, I think. I think that's a good shot. He's played it well. Can't do much more than that. 2 fantastic shots and covering. Must admit, I'm a little bit nervous here, mate. I just know how much these kids want to win.
Yep.
I think that's the big thing. I'm proud of them no matter what. We all are, but just to get them this win would mean the world to these two.
Right, big bowl coming up here from KOBY CROMIE. I'm not 100% sure what he's playing.
I don't think he's really missed a runner, has he? He's always been in the area, so...
Forehand, run. Close.
Close.
Very close.
Close to the jack.
To the tee. What happens there?
Oh, KOBY's bowl ran... I think is it ADDY got second, I think.
And there we have it. It was...
Close. Close.
Very close.
Close to the jack. We still don't know.
1 to Mayer and KOBY. 1, 2.
Not giving much away, are they?
No one's really indicated too much. 1 to Mayer and KOBY. 1 it is. So that would make the game 13-12 in favour of ADDY Ryan and Harry Coleman. Big congratulations to those two. A big congratulations to Mayer and KOBY. Fantastic final. Come right down to the wire. Some fantastic bowls played amongst the 4 of them. Mark, thank you for joining me on commentary. Fantastic to have your insights. Thank you for letting us know a little bit about the Deer Park Junior Academy and obviously a little bit with your experience in the sport. That'll be, we'll take a break now. We'll head off to lunch. Big thank you to Club Sunbury for hosting the juniors, and we'll be back shortly. Cheers, guys.